Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 237. Yep. This was discussing episode 35 to 38. And like I mentioned in my previous video, yeah, I was definitely correct about this. This was a lot more interesting. These four episodes were a lot more interesting than the two I reviewed in the last episode. 35 is quite interesting. We start out with this woman who, it turns out she's a pickpocket. She pickpockets this guy with glasses. Turns out he's actually a police officer. And by the way, this clumsy police officer, never seen again for the rest of the episode. Nope. We do see police at the end of the episode, and she's like on the run. By the way, she's partially in handcuffs the whole episode. Yeah, she basically is having these handcuffs on her the whole episode. Yeah, and they're not broken until like towards the very end. So then she just happens to come across, what was her name? Kira. Just look at some Easter egg heads. Yeah, these look like eggs from Easter Egg Island. Not sure what they do in Japan. Maybe it's a version. I'm not sure. White lays some sand and opens up like some rock and a jewel. What's the reason for this? Well, looking for a demonic sword. Yep, a demonic sword. And over the course of the episode, they try to get the thing back, of course, and by the way, Black Turbo gets accidentally handcuffed to her, and he basically, a couple times in the episode, gets handcuffed to her, but the second time, first time was a guy, and of course she says, oh yeah, I'm a police officer, to have his pickpocket, and Saloon, she notices it, but here's the strange thing about Saloon. She appears in the episode, but here's the strange thing. She has no lines the entire episode. No, I'm not kidding about that. She has virtually no freaking lines. Doc Denzi appears for just a couple brief scenes, and that is it for him. So they basically use the diamond and use this red jewel, and they unlock a mountain. They go inside. Oh, look, they just have to knock some rock away. Oh, look, there's the demonic sword they're looking for. I'm like, wow, that was easy. And by the way, the person who gets the sword is not the villains, and it's not the Turborangers, it's this thief. And of course, she's able to kind of, take on, Yamaru, who agrees to work with Karika, which that seems strange because normally he does regularly work with her. And he's back in his school uniform, which, by the way, he has not put that on since episode, I kid you not, the last time he put this on was back in episode 31. It's been a few episodes, so it is interesting the fact that he puts this on. Mm-hmm. Yep, so yeah, then pretty much right after he puts it on, he just, agrees to work with her. You see him transform the episode. And by the way, the thief herself becomes one of two people in the course of 4 episodes finds the fact that these 5 teenagers are in fact the Turborangers. The other happens in 37. And the sword itself gets, impaled in the monster of the episode, the Grave Reaper. And, he's featured in the episode. By the way, he also brings back several dead monsters. Yes, seriously. He brings back, about 5 of them. And you're thinking, which ones does he bring back? Well, he brings back Possession Boma, Damatushi Boma, Immortality Boma, and he only brings back 4 monsters, which that's interesting. Yeah, brought back a monster basically for his period in episode 9, 15, and 26. And yeah, that is quite strange. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I'm noticing, though, it is awkward to not see the other generals at this point in time. Because normally a series like this wouldn't have basically 3 of the generals killed off half of the damn series. Oh, I will get to 37 in a minute, but so In the case episode 36, if you're curious though about that one, what exactly happens on? Oh yeah, it's by the way, it's a Yellow Turbo episode, and it's about him recovering his memories. No, that's not. That's not a joke. It's all about recovering memories. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it turns out that by the end of the episode, it is revealed. By the way, his whole thing, like, oh, he's looking for his first love, childhood sweetheart, and it turns out it's actually Katora. And by the way, they never find out. They don't find out. The viewer knows. Yeah, it's about narrator for the end of the episode. And it's quite interesting the fact that it's his memory when he briefly loses his memory, and this memory gets his memories back. I thought this would be a good episode. 37 is quite interesting. For a few reasons. Number one, it is the, get this, third to last appearance of their teacher for the entire series. She's not returning in for 10 episodes. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they have her absent for 10 straight, for at least for episodes 38 to basically 40 frickin' 6. Yeah, she's absent. We also have Zaten having his first monster since episode 24. No, that's not a joke. He seriously has his first monster in episode 24. And by the way, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is only his 7th monster in the entire frickin' series. And his next monster is not for 10 episodes. He does, in fact, have some of the final monsters of the course of the series. Yes, he does. Yeah, it's one of those times, basically, where the Wandering Boma do not have their own monsters. Yeah, Yanamaru, well, if you're curious about him, well, he has the monster of episode 36. 34 was actually his first monster since episode 18. And his next monster is episode 40. And he has 42 and 44. So he has about 3 monsters left. As for Karakika, she, of course, you might be curious about her for monsters. She only has 4 monsters the entire series. Yeah, only 4. I mean, after she only has monster for 35. And then you have Seal Boma. So 45. Now, in the case of 38, it's what Emperor Ligorn's monsters. And you're thinking, really? He has his own monsters? Kind of, yes. Though, in the case of the one they have for episode 38, it's basically a picture monster called Hell Painting. Yep. And this is a quite interesting one. Now, 37, I should go talk this one. This one also has debut AVU one-shot character. Yes. Who is this character, you might ask? Well, aside from the fact, like I mentioned, in the case of Zaten's last monster for 10 episodes, we do get the one-shot appearance of Mika Yamaguchi, who is, in fact, Misa's younger sister. This is her sole appearance in the series, and she will return in the following season as a member of Five Man. Oh, and by the way, her character in that one, completely unrelated to this one. This is standard things for Sentai, where we have a character who first shows up in the previous season and becomes the primary character next season. Either it's usually sometimes it's a villain and a hero character, and basically Mika is basically brought back to Japan after she was studying in Hong Kong, studying Kung Fu. Not, now you're probably thinking, like, if she's done Kung Fu, does she have like a job in Hong Kong? Never revealed. Now, I'm sure she probably got back to Japan probably because of her sister being a teacher, because yeah, that's a paying job in Japan. So she's over her students. The fact that one student basically dropped out one episode, one day, basically the Yamaguchi. In the case of Karakura, it was teacher who disappeared, and at least 5 students who basically act different. Then you have when she first shows up in the episode, she's basically taking on Pink Turbo, who's practicing with a baton for reasons. Yeah, it's not revealed exactly why she's practicing at this point. And, well, then she fights her briefly, and of course, she finds out during the course of the episode that the 5 students, her sister's students, are in fact the Turborangers. You're thinking, does she fight out her sister by the end of the episode? No, she keeps a secret. I'm not going to tell you when she finds out, but she will find out. Sorry about that. And the whole plot of this one is that Zetsu plans to turn people into like robot humans. How? Butt a collar and then paint their skin silver. And move their bodies robotically. That's it. Yeah, this is basically very cheap. Yeah, very cheap. Like, if you compare basically with robots, how about more than a freaking collar makes people's skin turn silver? And by the way, and we also have where Misa herself, she basically gets briefly turned in this thing. And well, this is also basically happened, I think, a couple times in the episode, where her sister's lock gets knocked out first by Pink Turbo, and then that's when they find out she's actually her sister. Then basically it's knocked again by her own sister. She sees it, and what does basically Misa do as a possessed robot? Turns around and stabs the Zetsu robot in the gut. Exposing his weakness, his belly. No, and you probably think, "Oh my god, Austin Powers." Where okay, the line that's only with the belly thing is like, "Get in my belly." Yes, that's a line from Austin Powers. Have I seen the movie that happened in? No, I've only seen that clip. I honestly have not seen the movie that guy appears in. Because he's like, "Oh, I'm higher in the food chain. Get in my belly." He's trying to eat the mini-me. Yes, seriously. I have heard the actor since passed away. So, then the Rangers basically, the Turboranger say to fire the damn thing. And basically Misa's freed, and of course all people are freed, and eventually the thing creature's destroyed. As in the case of Zaten, what the heck does he do? He's actually surprisingly absent for the next episode. You're thinking, really? He is? Yes, surprisingly, he doesn't do anything for episode 38. Yeah, he is shockingly absent. Well, he says he's credited for in the episode, but he doesn't do anything. No, next episode is basically kind of the beginning. It's basically, well, here's the strange thing about 38. This episode in particular is a prelude to the end. Is prelude to the very next episode, though that's basically happens at the end of the episode. Main thing is that I believe this is supposed to be. I think it's your Blue Turbo. I think it is one who's like doing Hanson in the episode. Yeah. Actually, it's Yellow Turbo. He's doing Hanson in the episode. Actually knocks over a statue and then basically unleashes the monster the episode. Yeah, he's the one who does it, which is strange. Yeah. He, of course, knew on purpose, though they defeat the monster by going to his painting, by basically trying the white mode, which only happens when he knocks out power, and defeat him that way, and then knock him out of the episode. And Saloon does basically part of the, of course, 37, 38. And by the way, it's revealed that Misa can actually see Saloon, which is interesting. Yeah, she can. Mika can't. She can see Saloon. And she goes back to Hong Kong. Never to see anything in the series. Though the actors will come back for the next one. Yeah. So the whole point of 38 is just like removing color. And then by the time the monster's destruction in the episode, basically the one who had planned their leader's destruction. Yep. We'll discuss that in the very next episode. Yep. But these episodes, all really good. I gotta feel these were definitely a step up from the previous two episodes, which felt like we have basically an awesome two-parter that started off basically 6 episodes. Then you have 2 obviously filler episodes, and then you have these 4 really good episodes, which do progress the story. Yep. But yeah, that's particular review. I'm gonna basically go straight to the next episode and do my review for it. Okay? Next video. Bye.